Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner, and happy Sunday to everyone. Honey, it is all kind of shows and news and all kind of things to discuss today. So we're gonna get into this love and marriage Huntsville review. Okay, well, I'm like, they really want us to think that Martel and Sheree a couple, and it's making it less and less believable every time we see them together on camera. Like they don't have no chemistry, okay? However, this episode still was entertaining to say the least. Now, um, I have other reviews up, so I want y'all to be sure that when we done here, y'all gotta go around and watch the other stuff. Okay, I did Celebrity College Hill, I did Bell Collective, okay, at 7 o'clock, okay, at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to have another live, okay, for us to discuss the lives, okay, of Coleslaw and the Carson girl from last night. The fact that Coleslaw went live and then Carson was live at the same time, debunking what Coleslaw was saying. And I was going to put it up and let y'all watch it, but y'all hate that. So I'm like, okay, we will have a watch along. I can crack some jokes or whatever, and we can just have a good little time. So that would be today at 7. So basically, when this live is over, we're going to have another live. Okay, now I hope this one ain't more than an hour because there's only a couple of scenes to discuss. So again, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will have the live of Coleslaw, okay, and her speaking on the alleged plots, okay, and then also Carson. Lord Jesus, somebody fix it. Somebody fix it. Okay, but this time, okay, we got Tiffany versus Sheree. Stormi out here carrying some bones, some messy bones at that causes some drama. And Mel out here helping Tiffany and Keke get to a better place that Stormi then tears down. Okay, but I'm leaving that be. Now, first things first, if you have not done so already, okay, take a second. Like the video. Okay, take a second and subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? Take a second and follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. Y'all know to comment in the comment section because this is a conversation, okay? This is a chat between me and y'all and them, and everybody else in between. You know what I'm saying? And please share as well. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the rules: liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, following, and all that stuff. The things you do to your favorite YouTubers who entertain y'all on a daily basis. Okay, I'm around here every day, but mainly every day giving y'all content. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't get much sleep. I got like 4 hours of sleep. So don't judge me. But hi. Hi, hello to everyone. I took my braids out. My ponytail still look a little weird, okay? But happy Sunday. Hello to the people. We are here to have the chats, okay? Because there was some inappropriate conversation happening last night. There's things going on, and I was like, y'all is pushing the limit. I mean, Carlos, we all know this whole thing is a scheme that Carlos set up to bring us the B of the S on love and marriage hunts of the V. Okay, now hello to people. Hey, Tiffany was immensely out of pocket for what she said to Sheree, and it was none of her business. Well, this show is out of pocket. So I feel like Tiffany was right in line with what the show has been giving us recently. Okay, but hello to all the people. Hi, hi, hi. We round here on this nice sunny Sunday. It is a beautiful day. Okay, it is officially, summer here in Detroit. So a good time will be had by all some way, somehow. Okay. But hi to everyone here. Hello, mother. Hey, ma. That's my ma. Okay. How you doing, mama? How you doing? Okay. But hey to the people, hello. Yes, for the watch along. Because we have not had a coleslaw watch along in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because coleslaw has been she was behaving herself. She was, okay. However, she around here trying to defend, in my opinion, the wrong storyline or whatever. But that's something we will discuss on the watch along at 7 p.m., which is in an hour and a half. Okay? An hour and a half. So don't y'all say I didn't know. The live is already up on my channel. It's already there. Hopefully y'all notifications is on. But I'm telling y'all now, we're gonna have a whole watch along of the foolishness at 7. Okay, and it's gonna be only an hour because I want to be done with that live by 8 because housewives come on. Okay, but we're gonna leave it here. We're gonna discuss this foolishness right now. But hi to y'all and happy Sunday. Yes, yes. Now let me go ahead and start and getting into the show. Okay, because again, it was a good episode. It was, but it also wasn't that much. So, we can just go for what it is. Now, we know Martel wants to be known and looked at as a person who has paid his dues and he's trying to be a better person and he wants to be better. Okay. He wants people to forget all the horrible ways he's been a jackass to male. He wants everybody to forget how much of an asshole he was to people in general. Okay. And he wants us to be known for who he is now. Somebody who the Upscale magazine has put on the cover. Now, I don't know what he did to get on the cover of a magazine. I have no idea. I mean, maybe they just giving out album covers, not album cover color. They giving out magazine covers to anybody who wants one. Because what has Martel done that would put him on Upscale magazine? What upscale has he done? Now he around here on the phone with Sheree because he's looking at the event space where he's gonna have his party to celebrate his accomplishment. Okay, he said he's nervous or whatever because this is the first time he will be in the spotlight. Okay, without Melody because every time or the last time he was on the cover, it was with her. Why? Because she was the power behind them. So he's all nervous or whatever. He's on the phone with Sheree because he said he didn't invite. I've invited a lot of people. I've invited my friend girl. Sheree, and she'll be there because we're dating and dating a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? I know it means some people may come around here and be trying to get a picture and try to be all in your business or whatever to get information. And that's just a part of the game. And I was like, Sheree, I mean, is Sheree a celebrity? Yes. She has been on and off and on and off and off and off and off and off and off and on. Housewives of Atlanta since season 1. Okay. She's been back and forth or whatever. I do consider her a celebrity. However, I don't feel like anybody is really trying to pry into Sheree's life like that. Like, because we know mostly all the stuff. And half the time Sheree be lying. Half the time Sheree be making up stuff or just stretching the truth, to be something that it is not. Okay. But if he's happy, then fine. He's, because he's dating her right now, you know what I'm saying? The Upscale magazine shoot, that's about it. He said, but everything right now is perfect with me dating Sheree. I said, if you say so. I don't believe it. Sheree and Martel just does not operate like a true couple. Like, even the way they have a conversation to me don't make sense at all. I just feel like we know, we feel, we believe, okay, we're assuming, we're guessing that somebody put these two together for a storyline for them both. Not just Martel, but for Sheree as well. Because neither of them have anything else going on besides people trying to figure out if they're really dating. Some of us already feel like they're not really dating. They lying. They lying. They not together. And even the fact that the show on here keeps saying, oh, Sheree is Martel's girlfriend. That man ain't say that's his girlfriend. That's not true. It's like, it's not true. They talk like two people who know each other and want to make it seem like they're more than what it is. And I'm like, because we've seen Martel and how he acts, and we can't compare Sheree to Mel because he was with Mel for 14, 15 years. So I will admit, okay, there is some comfort level that he has with Mel that he just will not have with Sheree yet. However, there's no chemistry in their conversation. It's just like, hey friend, how you doing? I'm doing good. What's going on? Girl, I'm at this little event space, honey. Oh, we was nervous. It's regular talk, nothing more than that. But I'm gonna let that be. Okay. Now, we see they're at Mel's house. Now, for the first time, we see Tiffany's confessional look. Now, Tiffany is very pregnant. Tiffany about to pop in this look. Okay, we're gonna leave her be. Okay, because sometimes you are so pregnant that you wear whatever fits. Okay, I don't understand. Now, was it cold? Because I don't understand the fox fur around her neck. And with the necklaces and the earrings, and even the hairstyle, I'm like, was she trying to be a runaway girl? Like, is she a fly girl? Like, is it the late 90s? I'm just let me know. I'm saying the early 90s. The hair and the earrings and the jewelry gives me 1996. Okay, even maybe 1993. She needed was some bamboo earrings or whatever. But again, a printed bodysuit dress and a furrow around her neck. And I'm like, why is she? Because she may be cold. I don't know. I'm confused because pregnant people, they be hot, they be cold. So I don't know. Okay, I like her hair. She looks pretty in the face, and the clothes fit. But she did not need that fur. I don't understand the fur. Anyway, they're at Mel's house. Okay, Mel has invited over Nell, Keke, and Tiffany because she wants Tiffany and Keke to fix their issues. Okay, so I just want we're gonna get along now. We're gonna all be around here. We're gonna talk and we will get along. Now I want to say this because I'm seeing this comparison. And I'll probably talk about it more when we get to not Keke, to Letitia, Kimmy, and Stormi's conversation. But I feel like we're seeing different people try to handle different beefs in different ways. Okay. Mel, like, I don't feel like fussing. I don't want to do that no more, whatever. We can all sit around here and have a conversation, and it does not need to be a knockdown, screaming, cussing match. Okay. We can talk things out and get along and be respectful. That's how I feel. I feel like if we are around here having conversation and all you do is cuss and fussing with me, we're going to end up fighting. I'm going to fight you. Because if you cuss too much my way, I'm going to think you're trying to play me. And you want to fight. And if you want to fight, let's fight. However, if we can sit and have, my braids are heavy, y'all. If we can sit and have a rational conversation, I can do that. I can be respectful. So I feel like there's two different ways that we're seeing the cast try to address stuff. And I don't mind coming around. Look, yes, invite me over, have some good food. Okay, have me a good little nacho. Even give me a fruit plate. Give me a fruit plate. Give me some grapes and some watermelon and some strawberries and some oranges. Some good water. Give me a Capri Sun. I don't know. My point is, I don't mind coming together as adult women, having a rationalized conversation where none of us cussing and fussing back and forth at each other. So that's one way to handle things. Just saying. Okay. So they were out here talking, and Keke brings up how what I'm saying. Look, when I get angry, things escalate. Now, Keke is somebody who need to calm down. Keke for sure needs to calm down when she's upset, because Keke acknowledging that when she's mad, things can get a bit out of pocket. She can be a bit much. It can go left, it can go right, it can go either kind of way, and I don't, know what to do with that. And I feel like, well, Keke, that means you need to not get so upset. You need to just stop. You need to breathe and stop reacting. Okay. But she admitted, when I get mad, okay, I get angry, things escalate or whatever, and then I want to fight. But my point in that is saying, because that's life. If you allow your anger to control you when you're supposed to just be talking things out with somebody, a fight is going to happen. However, if you are in control of your emotions and no one is talking in a combative manner, things won't escalate to a fight. So when Mel asked her, well, what do you think that you can do? Because nobody else can control your emotions except you. So I like the question of, well, what do you think that you can do to calm yourself down, to remain calm, to get your point across, but not come off as angry and aggressive? I was like, see, this is what I think is, effective communication. Period. You can be pissed, you can be upset, but how can you convey your emotions or whatever without coming off angry and aggressive? Because once I feel you are angry and aggressive, I'm gonna get aggressive back in defense. So I like to keep saying, but I'll just breathe, and I'll listen instead of speaking. Because if all you doing is listening to respond, you're not really listening at all. And Keke just needs to stop feeling like she has to get her point across to prove some point. Like, I think she's always fighting to be right or fighting to be heard. I don't know which one, but you cannot be consistently coming off as mean and aggressive. Okay, but her, I'll just breathe and I'll listen instead of speaking. Are you sure? Now, she also said to Tiffany that while I was pissed off or whatever, I have said some mean things about you. Okay, I said some things because I was pissed. So I want you to know that, because when stuff come back around, you will already know I was saying things while I'm angry. And I think that's a good thing to say. Look, we squashing shit now, but just so that you're aware, yesterday I said some things like this bitch here. So someone, whoever I told that to, they're gonna bring it up. Okay. And when they bring that up to you, I just want you to be like, oh, okay. You was pissed. I'll let it go. Because if not, you will keep re-arguing about stuff. But I already told you I said this when I was pissed. It's okay, it's fine, okay. So she also said to Tiffany that, even with me saying, how I know my father, that wasn't, I didn't mean that as a dig to you or whatever, but I know I was sounded or whatever. But I think my mouth moves too fast. My mouth moves faster than my mind. Okay. And so because of that, again, you have to think before you speak. And I do think, Keke, in arguments and in conversation, I think Keke gets so caught up in, well, that one thing ain't true. Well, that one thing ain't true. And then she starts to just to spit words out her mouth. And sometimes it's like, girl, you're doing too much. You're having five thoughts and putting it all out at the same time. And it's not computing the way you think it's computing. The math ain't mathing. So at least you can own up to, I get how it sounded. That ain't what I meant, but my mouth moved too fast sometimes in my mind, and I don't say things the right way, or I don't explain things in the right way. I felt like what she meant was Tiffany was the one looking for her father. I know my father. So I should not have to reach back out to her when she the one who don't know her father. I think that's what she meant. But what she said was, I know my daddy. And that sounded like a dig. If you would have calmed down and explained it out full, it would not have been so bad. But that would happen when you lead in anger. But Tiffany, I appreciate you talking to me about this or whatever. I appreciate you saying that you don't listen sometime or whatever. But today I'm happy. I appreciate the fact that today you're listening. So they basically squashed the beef. Okay. And so that means when we're around each other and other people, right? Like, it won't be no shade, it won't be no bad vibe. Like, y'all cool, right? Now Tiffany was saying, I feel like I'm in the principal's office, I don't know. And I think Mel has a way of wanting to make things like, okay, y'all good? Cool. So this should not come up again. It should be done. However, this is a gotcha. If y'all sitting here and y'all get along, this is what I think Mel meant. If y'all can sit here and get along, don't get in front of other people and then start beefing. Don't get in front of other people and then it's an issue. Because y'all just sat here and squashed the shit. Y'all just sat here and talked. Don't allow other people to pull y'all back into some mess. But that's what happened. Now we then see Keke, not Keke, damn it, Tisha, Kimmy, and Stormi meet up. Because Letitia said, I didn't feel like Mel's tea party. I don't think Mel got the tips on how to communicate between her and Stormi. So I want to see how Stormi and Kimmy feel. I'm like, why aren't you being messy? Why? If y'all want to move forward, just stop being messy. Just stop it, okay? So again, I'm gonna see how Stormi felt. I'm gonna see how Kimmy felt, okay? Now Tisha says how I feel like Stormi. I thought you did not want to hang out with us no more, whatever. I thought you was over us after that little tea party. I was saying fuck the group. I didn't care. I was done. Now Stormi, who I told y'all I like Stormi. I think she's cool. However, I also feel like she had a chip Stormi has been told her whole life, I believe, that she is ghetto. I feel like people have always made her feel like she is rough around my phone's on. She's rough around the edges. And because I think she feels like she's rough around the edges, she is always on the defense. And when you are on the defense, you can sometimes come off, a certain kind of way. And in my opinion, she don't want anyone telling her how to talk. She doesn't want any criticism because of how she has been labeled her whole life, just in general. So I didn't like the tea party. I didn't like it. It's too, no, I'm not. It was my cup of tea. I don't know. I don't want to do it no more. I've been a lady bitch. I'm like, why somebody gotta be a bitch? Again, sometimes I don't mind people cussing. I don't. I cuss. Y'all know I cuss. I curse. I'm a cursor. But I can't have a conversation without cussing. I think Stormi feel like people are always judging her because of her mouth. She has a foul mouth, but she like cussing. Whatever, okay? She brings about I prefer spotlight. I prefer when people can just be themselves. They can communicate however they want to, whatever, and move on. But I feel like Spy Night didn't fix nothing. Y'all yelled and cussed and fussed, but you and Stormi, you and Keke still had to discuss some things. Tiffany and Keke still had to fix things. So my thing is, sometimes people need to calmly talk and not be cussing and fussing at each other. But Stormi, girl, whatever, it's fine. When she said the Mary Poppins shit, the Mary Poppins poppin' shit isn't for me, and I'm like, that's fine. But I feel like if Stormi was having lunch with Oprah, Michelle Obama, and Queen Latifah, I don't feel like she would be like, bitch, I don't care, bitch. Man, fuck that shit, bitch. I don't think she would be so, let us be ourselves. I think she would for sure try her best not to be cursing and being our 5 months or whatever, because there's a time and place for everything. And not only that, everybody don't rock how you rock. And you do sometimes have to adjust how you respond to people to not cause more bullshit. So it kind of aggravates me when she makes it seem like, well, everyone should be able to say fuck you bitch if they want to. But I'm like, but you would not act that way in certain situations. You would not communicate that way with certain people. Like if OWN had a ladies luncheon, if OWN had a ladies' luncheon, I refuse to believe that Stormi Steele of Canvas Beauty would be round there cussing and fussing and cussing and fussing in general conversation with people. I feel like she would talk how some folk talk when they're trying to be professional. Period. Like my mama don't cuss. She doesn't. You know what I'm saying? She don't cuss. I do. I don't cuss in girl, grave. I don't cuss in front of my mama. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't so I think that's disrespectful. Um so it just aggravates me that Stormi does not, or we don't see her say on the show, that she understands that there's a time and place for everything. And when she's with her girlfriends and they're shooting a breeze, she feel like at that point in time, she should be able to cuss and fuck if she want. But even in your own social circle, some of your friends don't like that. And that's why I feel like that's why I feel like people don't like Stormi, because it's this need to refuse to admit that you can come off like somebody who is abrasive or somebody who cuss or fuss too much. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. And if you feel like you can't sit up there and just be polite and respectful. To me, it wasn't about, tea and crumpets, let's be British. It wasn't that. It was like, okay, if we can't sit here and be respectful, then what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So it is aggravates me a little bit, whatever, okay? But, you know what I'm saying? Kimmy, like, I felt like, did you and Mel get y'all stuff out? And I think we did, you know what I'm saying? I think it was what it was. She also said how I don't think me and Mel had like an issue. You know what I'm saying? So we was fine. But I feel like you love the party, Kimmy. And Kimmy said, well, yeah, I do. You said, I like etiquette. I like the thought of people being respectful to one another. And I like that notion. And I feel like I do too. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird. Not Stormi. Stormi's my mammy Kimberell is the cause of Stormi's lack of social graces. Uh, there's a time and place and everything, and we often need to show a softer side. Stormi's acting like a rebellious teen. I fully agree. And I'm like, you too old to be a teenager, just being rebellious. I'm sure you don't talk to white folk at Target like that when she's trying to sell it. Period. So that's why I'm like, you can't be a hypocrite. You can't make it seem as if nobody should be able to code switch, but you do in your business meetings. You know what I'm saying? It's weird to me. It's weird to me. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that be. So, what else was it? Oh, Tisha asked about the respectful communication. Okay. And at the thing. Now, Kimmy, like, I think it was a great concept, but things did not go all the way. To me, I think both when Tiffany and Keke got the fuss there, but also Stormi, her mama, going that mill and mill. I think people did not fully respect the respectability politics. Okay, that being Keke, that being Tiffany, that being Stormi, that being Stormi mama. Okay, it was messy from there. Now, when Tisha then brings up how after the party, Keke sent her a message. Now, this is where I feel like Keke is being messy. Very, very messy. Okay, Tisha said, well, Keke sent me a message. Okay, and she was like, look at what Tiffany sent me. Saying it's funny that Tiffany keeps saying how she don't like how I treated you as my cousin, but she sent me a text message, a screenshot of a post that she loved or that she liked, that is seemingly dissing Tisha. Now I don't see how this text or this comment is a diss to Tisha at all. I don't understand it. Okay. Now I get the fact, and it's from 2022. Now I get the fact if Keke point was, well, Tiffany can't say she don't know me because she sent me a text. Who texts somebody they don't know? That's one thing. You know what I'm saying? However, to make it seem as if Tiffany is out here liking posts that is shade to Tisha. I'm like, this post right here, I don't see shade. I just did not. Okay. So that part was weird. But they all feel like, oh, so she been a hypocrite. Stormi then said, and I was talking to her too, and she told me how, she felt like, with Marcel putting you out your office or whatever, she was implying or saying, that you can't be majority owner for real, probably just on paper, to make it seem like it's a woman-owned business and really a man runs it. Now, we've seen the flashback of her saying that to Stormi, okay? But I feel like we've said that. I think we've said Tisha is owner on paper, but Marcel run that thing. That's how he was able to put her out of office and she didn't know it, because that don't happen to the actual owner. And I was like, okay. She then said, she also said that you refused to talk about Marcel cheating. and it comes up so often that it should be questioned. I'm like, a Tiffany girl, what are you doing? But again, this to me is still stuff that was being said a while ago. But I feel like this nothing that Stormi's saying that Tiffany said to me is new news. It's all stuff that people have said, but it's coming off in a way that Tiffany being messy. I'm like, but Tiffany's always messy. So what's the point? Okay, and then she also said that you don't be controlling your man or whatever, and he control you or whatever. I'm like, what? I'm like, we all know that Tisha can't control Marcel again. I'm like, she's saying stuff that Tiffany said that I'm not surprised about. But Tisha gonna say, well, I don't know why she should control her stuff because there's rumors about her and her marriage or whatever. So she should be worried about that. I was like, Mom, look, I don't I don't know why. I feel like Stormi, who's a full-time character now, is being coached by producers to, hey, you need to repeat what somebody said. If she told you that, you need to go tell Tisha, because the producers know it's gonna bring some mess, some full-on mess. So I was like, we're gonna see. Now we didn't get to Martel's event. Now Stormi, like, I thought Tiffany was messy. Okay, beforehand, I thought she was messy or whatever when I first met her, but now I feel like after talking to Tisha, I might be right. I say, so you thought Tiffany was messy. Do your mama not like Tiffany? Like she don't like ma'am? I'm just wondering. So she then decides, hey, let me go get Stormi. No, girl. Stormi said, let me go get Tiffany. Let me go get Keke. I'm like, see, this is what I mean by production, having somebody pull people together to get the BS on camera. Because when have we ever seen her let me pull two folk together that's the mess is brewing with and bring about the mess? Usually Stormi would be the one trying to hash things out or whatever. Like, remember she had that little peace party with everybody, okay, and wanted everyone along. Now you like, okay, I know you said some shit, I know she said some shit, so let's all get together and be just messy. Let's all be messy, okay? So Keke and Tiffany both said, well, they met up at Mel House. I'm saying that we fine now. We've had a discussion, whatever. We good. Ain't nothing popping around here. So Stormi like, I'm gonna fuck it up, because when someone tells you, hey, we were down a bumpy road, but we've since fixed stuff and we good right now, and your next thought is, well, let me fuck that up by telling you, hey, well, Keke, you should tell Tiffany what you told Tisha. And I was like, no. And now I'm gonna say this right here. That was some produced messy shits. Because what's the point? Now, Grunch, mind you, she already told Tiffany, I said some stuff. If it come back around, just know I said anything when I was upset. But Stormi making sure to hash this thing out, to let Tiffany know, well, they saying things about you being messy. Okay. So she tells her, hey, I told Tisha about that text you sent me or whatever that said, was it the text really, in my opinion, wasn't bad. The screenshot wasn't bad. It wasn't no big issue, whatever. So I was like, it shouldn't be a big thing. It just said, Carlos, keep Keke. Keke gonna tell everything. That to me ain't that big of a deal. But Tisha and Keke is saying this is something negative about Tisha. So Tiff, like, what are you talking about? What happened? I don't get it. She said that tweet was in support of Keke. The tweet was saying for Carlos to keep Keke on the show. I sent it to her because I was like, yes, they want you on the show. They want to keep you. And I loved it. And I said, now when Tiffany explained, I said, oh, that makes sense. Now we all know how Twitter works. We all know that sometimes it can be a tweet that has 18,000 responses or whatever, and you can like one thing from the tweet and not know the other 18,000 comments that went along with it. So her point was the tweet only said to keep you. Period. I don't know. I didn't say nothing about Tisha. I don't know. I don't know what else the tweet said or what other parts was with the tweet. I liked one part of it. Okay. So Keke is going to be like, well, look, they think you coming for Tisha, you know. But I'm like, in hindsight, that don't make sense because it don't say Tisha. It doesn't. And maybe telling all could be her telling all Mel. I don't know. I don't know. So they fuss about that a little bit, okay? And so Stormi makes a limbo with Tisha. I'm like, why? For what? Here come Tisha. Now they're trying to have a conversation about this. Now I'm confused now because I'm looking like, was it really a diss to Tisha? No, I don't think it was at all. And so he's like, well, I feel like no. I think the confusion is Tiffany was saying she don't know Keke, but you sent her a text, so you can't not know someone and text someone, okay? And I'm like, why, girl? It's y'all playing dictionary, and it's getting on my damn nerves, okay? And then it's just a back and forth for no reason. Stormi been trying to explain what I think the point was. Well, you said you don't know her or whatever, or it don't matter. It doesn't matter. They fussing back and forth about a tweet from a year ago. Why? For what? Now, the gotcha was when Tiffany said, well, first of all, I think Keke feel like we know each other like that. And I don't. You know what I'm saying? She feel like me liking a post on Twitter what a dig at Tisha, but it wasn't. Okay. So Tisha then said, okay, it's not a big issue. It's fine. It ain't a big issue, whatever. Wrong road, leave it be. But what I don't like is hearing from Stormi that you was saying stuff behind my back and saying, what's your issue with me and my business? And she said, I don't have one. But if you are majority owner in your business, like it ain't no reason that your husband should have taken your office. Like that shouldn't have happened at the all. Like if you're the owner, how does that happen? I don't get it. I don't know. Okay. So Keke, well, I feel like you need a lesson and you need to know this because if she's okay with him, I'm like, Keke, Tisha wasn't okay with it. She was upset about it. But again, I think Keke now wants to come to her cousin's defense and fight for her. I'm like, cool, fine. If that's what you want to do, then do that. Okay. So now it's kind of squawk with Keke. Keke trying to fuss. Tisha like, well, no, let's leave it be. But when Keke said, you need a lesson, and Tiffany said, nah, bitch, I don't need a lesson ever. I don't need no lesson ever from you. I say, see, Tiffany, people say, oh, she pregnant, leave her alone. But I'm like, Tiffany is fully engaging in the bullshit. Now take it, granted, Stormi brought them over there. Stormi went and got Tisha. So Tiffany did not start this shit, but she's fully in it. She's fully in it. And then from the Tiffany calling her a bitch to Keke saying, well, she's a cuckoo bird. You do not. I know things you don't know, you cuckoo bird, and back and forth. So Tisha then comes to get Keke to calm Keke down because Keke getting heated. Yelling, fussing, cussing again. I thought you wasn't gonna do something on Keke. But again, when Mel said, when y'all get around people, do not get around other folk and then y'all running fussing. And that's exactly what they did. Keke fully needs to be able to control her temper because you can't keep popping off like that. Tiffany, you pregnant, stop it. Period. Okay. We then see that Martel and Sheree arrive. Now, first of all, I am upset at Sheree. Because you see, like, I feel like, did she not know the dress code? Like, I'm upset because she came in a cat suit. And not even a fancy cat suit, like a workout cat suit, a cat suit that you go out with your friends in. I feel like Sheree came because she is a paid extra. Sheree is dressed like a paid extra, and can't nobody tell me different. Um, and it's weird because we've seen her be dressed up before. I'm like, once you seen Martel in his suit, you didn't want to go change. You didn't say, you know what? I'm not dressed right. Like he didn't tell you the dress code. Like I'm so confused. So confused. Now her shoes is cute, her pants is cute, but she looked like she's finna go to brunch with her homegirls and check a little something. Okay. And I was like, girl, you wearing? I was so mad. I'm like, she in a cat suit, not a shiny cat suit. Like, and you can wear a cat suit to a place. You can, okay. But she looked so right, like she got off the plane, club clothes, off the plane clothes. And I'm like, you can dress up a simple outfit with a fancy shoe, a cute boot, but not when your boyfriend, allegedly, your alleged boyfriend, okay, is in a suit. You, as the girlfriend or the friend girl of the man of the hour, you supposed to look stunning. And she looked basic. And not basic in a bad way. Just basic. Like she just came, she looked like she going to Applebee's for happy hour. She looked like she going to the bar to get the good old happy hour prices or whatever, and she may go to the gym later. Like she looked like she could put on some sneakers or whatever and go work out after this party. I'm not sure. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. Now the whole time because they walked in together, fine, we'll leave that be. But I feel like they operate as friends. You know what I'm saying? They were like they walked in together, and then he went his way, and she went hers. And when Kimmy said they look different, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's very different from how Martell would operate with Mel and how he's operating with Sheree. Like it's like a business arrangement. I say no, Kimmy. Yes, Kimmy called it. Because Kimmy, think about it. Kimmy is there. So for Kimmy to feel like, they don't even like they don't work the room together. Like he didn't even have her by his like even the fact that she don't know nobody there. Like it's like he just walked away. Like, okay, we walked away and went. No, why was she not by your side? Like, and Sheree don't know how to work a room at all. Why? Because she's only there to be on camera. That's it. That's it. Then when he up there giving his little speech or whatever, Sheree had to shimmy her way to the front. Like, how did he not say, hey, make sure my friend girl, is up here? She was all the way in the back because he left her back there with the peoples. Okay? And she like, excuse me. I need to get to the front. Excuse me. I'm like, girl, so no one it was so funny because I was like, it comes off as a payment arrangement. Okay, I'm paying in installments, and I feel like neither Martel and Sheree, neither one of them paid for the platinum package because even on Housewives of Atlanta, when at Sia's husband's party, they came in and yes, she went her way. He was standing around. They don't know how to be together. Why? Because I don't think they're together. Right? He did not introduce her to anybody. No one. No one. Like, it's just messy. It's just messy because You want folks to feel like she's a part of your life. But y'all walk in the place and then you go with your way with your, and where's Melnika? Where is his manager who he kept praising last season? Who, because he walked away with a different lady who I guess was hosting the event or whatever. That was not Melnika. And whatnot. Okay. But her, excuse me, excuse me. Like no one even really cared that she was there. I want Sheree to get with somebody who will treat her like the priority. And Martel don't treat her like a priority. She was an afterthought to him. It is pitiful. Because she deserved better. But if she wants to follow through with this farce of a relationship, that's on Sheree. But she deserved better. Anyway. He said he even because he was up there on stage or whatever, and hey babe, and the little hey babe, I'm like, it just sounded so forced. And the fact that it was a quick shots of Destiny there. Okay, if you blinked, you missed it. The fact that she was at the event, and if you like the fact that they did not even show her face saying hi Martel, nothing. Just a quick glance of her, and it's only because she was right there when Sheree walked up. Hey, congratulations, baby. Congratulations. Oh, thank you, Sheree. Thank you. It's girl, forced. Ain't nobody hating. Hating would be saying, she ain't shit, she don't deserve shit, and she won't ever be shit. That's hating. Saying Sheree and Martel seem like a plot and a plan, it's just an opinion. It's a difference. You hear me? Martel is working the room. Sheree is over by herself. It was just a weird whole vibe. And I'm like, we see the shit. Now, the fact that Tiffany sees Sheree by herself. And no one's like talking to her. Well, ma'am or sir, why are you here? Like, you know, let me focus, Jaylee. Focus. Because y'all know I can see shit and I can go down the rabbit hole. Lord. If you want your girlfriend or boyfriend to come to your party in a bodysuit, then just say that. If you want the bodysuit, then just say that. If you want that, then just say that. But what I said was, she has dressed better and could do better. It's not hating, it's an opinion. Lord Jesus. Y'all, Sheree, that's you. Hey, Sheree. How you doing? Anyway, let me go ahead and just baby, go ahead and put your ass out. Yes. Anyway, because I'm like, why are you here? The fuck? Y'all weird. Y'all be weird. I don't get it. I'm like, if you don't like my critiques and my jokes and my true tea that Sheree came to an upscale event in a goddamn bodysuit that she could wear easily to the TGI Friday with the cute purse. If you don't get that she isn't dressed right for the event, if you don't know when to not wear a cat suit, that's on you. Don't call me a hater because you don't know when to not wear a cat suit. But I'm hating. You talking about her outfit? Yes. Because she wore a cat suit. Yes. And not a fancy cat suit. Lord Jesus. Y'all, because look, y'all know me. I'm not a hater. I'm petty. I'm petty. I know I'm petty, okay? But I ain't no hater. That ain't what I do. I don't do that. And I don't want anyone feeling like I'm being a hater. Over something so petty as in the punk ass cat suit that Sheree wore instead of her. We've seen Sheree wear better to go visit Marlo at the Burger King. We've seen Sheree wear better meeting Nene in the hood we've seen Sheree dress better for less. So saying she came to an upscale magazine cover photo shoot with her boyfriend or her friend boy, okay, in a cat suit, a plain black cat suit, and a too small leather jacket to put off her shoulders. And that's hating. Because we said the obvious. Because we're saying she can dress. Because we're saying she could do better. That's not hating. That's giving her props, knowing that usually she's dressed better. But if you wear cat suits to your boyfriend's magazine photo shoot, then by all means, cat suit it out. Okay? But yes, she failed the mission. You're supposed to always meet your person's fly. If the man or woman you with is dressed a certain way, you're supposed to match it. And his suit, a cat suit, does not compute. Does not compute. Does not compute. Error, error, error. The math ain't mathing. Anyway, back to the fun at hand. Okay, so we see. Yes, sir. Thank you, Shell. No one is hating on the child fake. No one dressed like Sandy from the movie Grease. She was not prepared. Right. Thank you. She was dressed better sitting outside waiting for Bob, waiting for Tyrone, waiting for anybody. Let's get into first of all, look, take a second, y'all. Take 10 seconds, y'all, and like the video. Okay, 20 seconds. Whatever. Anyway, and don't forget, y'all, at 7 p.m. and like 30 minutes, when this live is over, at 7 p.m., we're going to have a watch along for Coleslaw Live and the girl Carson. That is up next. So, plan to come back around here at 7 p.m. Eastern. Again, that's like 38 minutes. Okay. Tiffany spots Sheree all by herself. So Tiffany was like, you know what? Let me talk to her. I have to get Sheree to talk because I had to, be, I want to get to know her and also look out for Mel. I'm like, Tiffany, ma'am, Mel don't need you looking out for her when it comes to Sheree and Martel. I don't think Mel gives a fuck that Sheree is there. So don't use Mel as your scapegoat for you just wanting to be nosy. Like, just be nosy. Just be nosy. But no one feel like, because saying that will make people feel like, oh, Mel told her, if you ever be around Sheree, ask her this. I don't think Mel wants anyone to ask Sheree anything. in my opinion, because nobody feel like Sheree and Martel are a real couple at all, at all. So you do too much. It was messy and entertaining, but still too much was done. Okay. Um, it is what it is. So Tiffany was very intrusive. Tiffany was asking stuff that was none of her business. Tiffany was asking stuff when she not even close. She, in my opinion, these are these. How to say this? Tiffany was asking questions to Sheree as if she's Mel's best friend. She's Mel's best friend. Martel and Mel are like on good terms. And he's sneaking around with Sheree. Or like Mel is saying, I need this information. And I just don't see that happening. I don't see it happening, and it's weird. Now, she said, have you met me? No, first she said, are you in Huntsville often? Are you here often? Well, I am now. Have you met Mel? Because I want to meet the person who was around my children. Now, in my opinion, yes. Yes. Yes, you want to meet the people or the person who is around your children. Yes. However, as we know, Mel and Martel don't talk. If Mel and Martel don't talk, I don't think it really matters to them if Tisha, if she meets Mel. I don't. Yes, it was something we wanted to know. We absolutely wanted to know. But I feel like she still went about it in a way that seems too messy for what was going on. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. Sheree then say, no, I've never met Mel. Well, no, I met her once. I was in Birmingham, and I had a book signing. Mel came over to me, wanted a picture with me. She had a little Martel with her or whatever, so I took a picture with them. But I don't know her. But she knew me because she came to the picture with me. And I was like, what? And when Tiffany then said, oh, so she admired you? I was like, Tiffany, that's not admired. Admired? Sheree said, well, yeah, and I respect that, but I never saw her again. First of all, when she said she saw her at a book, I said, a book signing? I'm like, did Sheree write a book? So I Googled it. Sheree wrote a book in 2017. So any book tour she was on was from 6 years ago. If Mel came to a book signing before they were even on Love and Marriage, or even before it was popular, if she went to your book, because at that point in time, you were Sheree from Housewives, and you wrote a book. You were in her states, and she came. That's not far-fetched, but you remembering the fact that she was there. You remembering that, to me, proves that were you a fan of hers? Because who remembers somebody from a book signing? Who? So I'm like, first of all, you messy, in my opinion, because saying it makes it seem like, oh, since you've known Martel or right before, Mel was a fan of yours. A lot of people was a fan of Sheree because she was on Housewives. So it was giving, girl, shut up. A book signing in Birmingham from 6 years ago. But you remember Mel, who you say you didn't know. So if you did not know her, then I mean, what the fuck? Anyway, fine. You said it one time, it's cool. But I feel like the whole admire thing, Tiffany took one step too far. Now, Sheree also brings up how, that she has seen the kids when Martel has them, and of course Mel is not around or whatever. Tiffany, I think we should fix that. I think we need to fix the fact that Troy and Mel have not, met. I'm like, Tiffany, you're doing too much. It's funny, you're doing too much. I like the fact that Sheree was saying, well, there's nothing to fix. Like, there's nothing to fix. Like, nothing's broken. We just haven't met. And I feel like, Tiffany, you're pushing a narrative that isn't needed. Martel and Mel not cool right now. Sheree ain't that man's girlfriend in real life. She don't need to meet Mel. She won't be around that long anyway. She will not be around long at all. However, she was asking, to me, I think she was asking stuff, trying to activate Sheree. But I think Sheree wasn't prepared. Sheree has a way that when she isn't prepared, she's nervous, she kind of stutters a little bit and she talks slower or whatever to figure out what she's going to say. That's what this gave. I think she was not prepared for anyone to like sit her down and like hound her with questions or whatever. So someone put her up to that, Carlos. Anyway, she then asked her, do you think, that Martel still has feelings for Mel? And I was like, well, damn, Tiffany, really? Well, she's racing with not. I don't think so. Not based on our conversations. I don't think. Tiffany said, really? I was like, what? How do you ask someone if they think their boyfriend has feelings for their ex-wife? They say no, and your response is, really? Like, how do you not see? She's like, how does she not see that? He still loves Mel. We all see it. Why can't she? I'm like, no, why? Why? Like, was she supposed to say yes? Was she supposed to just say yes? Is that what was gonna happen, girl? Anyway, so Tracy, look, I'm saying, all I know is because she then brought up how, at the party for Kimmy, how Martel was all over Mel, was being very, attentive, or trying to like walk her out or whatever. And Sheree said, well, as long as he cared, like, I want him to care because they had a whole life together. You know what I'm saying? I would look at him differently if he did not care. I was like, girl, not you want to see him care for his ex, but you don't care about what he did to her to cause the divorce that she still actively complains about, that he still does. That to me is weird. You care more about him being friendly to his ex than how he treated the ex that caused her to be the ex, okay? And then she, right, bone carrier, meat bone carrier. Who do y'all think is a messier bone carrier? Now, Sheree had years over Tiffany, but even I don't think Sheree has ever been so directly bone carrier messy in a scene. I don't think I've seen it before. She didn't ask, how do you feel? Like, how is it like dating someone who has a reputation as a cheater? I said, bitch, when? Who does that? Okay. I would, no. What? No. Thank you to L for super chat. Sheree was dressed like Sheree was dressed like she stopped by the event, not like she was there to support Martel. Everyone has semi-formal. Side note, Martel was wearing the same suit at Sheree's house. Ooh, on the first episode of that's his only suit, the only one he could fix. Only one he could fix. Carlos is the messiest bone carrier. That's true as well. But asking her about the cheating thing, and when Sheree said, "Well, I want to show you cheated too," we can't compare Tiffany cheating to Martel's because Tiffany did not have an extra baby around here, and I think Tiffany cheated and then she left the marriage. You know what I'm saying? Martel consistently carried on a years longs, multiple years of an affair. So saying to some, when your rebuttal is, well, you cheated too, it's like, yeah, but not to the extent of Martel. And Tiffany admitted her cheating and like did not do it again that we know of. Well, Martel kept cheating, kept lying, and still to this day is being messy. So I feel like the question isn't about others who also cheat, but about the person you're with hasn't even rebuilt his reputation. Like he's still actively looked at as a cheater. I cheated 10 years ago. He cheated 2 years ago, maybe even last week, because he cheated on your co-star. But the point is, whatever. So Sheree gonna say, as long as he respects me and treats me good, you can say that's what matters, because everyone has a past. But right now we are enjoying each other. I was like, but ma'am, eventually once he gets caught up, he's no longer he used to respect Mel. He used to respect her, and he's just like Sheree is ignoring all of the reasons people look at him as a cheater. And it's weird to me. It's just weird. And Tiffany then said, "Oh, so did you put the pussy down so good he won't cheat?" I said, "No, girl, what? Did you put the cooch down so good he won't cheat?" I was like, Tiffany, you went too far. That was intrusive. That was intrusive. Okay. And she said in her confessional, well, Martel, I guess he wanted an older woman. He wanted someone with some experience. And so he went and got somebody closer to his mama age. I'm like, Sheree only 53. But Tiffany is in her 30s. Whew. I'm just like, girl, Tiffany. Tiffany pregnant and messy. She's pregnant and messy. Okay. Last scene we see Martel at the house and Sheree comes over. Now initially I was like, why didn't she stay the night with him? Like your friend girl is in town, and she stays somewhere else. She at your house. She came over in the Uber. But he then said how his mama had came and got the kids. I'm assuming he had the kids that weekend. But I'm like, if your mama and you was at the party the night before, who had the kids? Anyway, so they talking, and we talk about blended families, Martel and whatever. So how do you think all that will work out, with your divorce? Like, what's your mindset? I'm like, this was the most forced conversation I felt I've ever seen, because I thought y'all said y'all had already had these, like, if you're telling us y'all have already had conversations about y'all as a couple, y'all, being together. Why are you now asking him how he feels about y'all being together? Like, ain't that a mute point? Ain't that? Didn't y'all talk about that or whatever? You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe, but he like, look, well, look, we're doing things separately or whatever, me and Mel. And as long as we get over the hurdle of the issues we have with kids, I think things will be fine. But I feel like Martel should not be dating yet, because he's still involved in shit. He still be out here being disrespectful. And him trying to have something with Sheree to prove he's some kind of good guy. And I think Sheree, like, I can be with somebody who has a past but can still treat me right. I think they're both trying to prove a point that don't need to be proved. And, sitting here and trying to discuss what, his mindset is about y'all as a couple. And I was like, but again, I thought y'all already talked about that, but I'm gonna leave that be. So he brings up how, his confession that Sheree is wife, she's wifey material, she understands being submissive, you know, she knows how to take care of a man. And I'm like, when anybody say a woman knows how to be submissive, you mean you can control her. And the sad part about it is, I feel like has Sheree got to a point to where she's willing to allow a man to control her or be submissive to a man, just so that no one will look at her as a failure in a relationship. I'm like, but you pick my of all the men in the world, you want to get with Martel Holt? Sheree, in my opinion, can have the pick of the litter of all the dogs in the world. She's a beautiful woman, has a great body. I'm saying she's popular, whatever, on the show. Like, she could do better than Martel. So I was like, really? And for him to say she's submissive, I don't believe that at all. He then asked her, would you be willing to move to Huntsville? Her response was, I'm impressed with Huntsville, which means no. When someone say, would you move here? And your response isn't, well, yes. To say, I'm impressed, that means no. Sheree ain't gonna leave that big ass house she bought that she can't afford. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. She ain't going nowhere. But he then to her, wherever we go with this, I promise you, you said, I won't let you down. I was like, you that's not true. It isn't. The fact that he's still involved in foolishness with coleslaw and with mail, you're already letting her down because your old situations aren't even finished. For some reason, your old situations are still happening right now, today. They really want us to believe it. Girl, I'm not y'all. Martel and Sheree could have a full-on sex scene. I would still say it's CGI. It ain't real. It's CGI. Okay? She then tells him all the stuff that Tiffany asked, how she felt the questions were intrusive. You know what I'm saying? And he like, I can't, what? Why would she do that? I don't know why she would do that. Who does that? I was like, what? She's messy. She's messy. She's messy. And, Martel denying that he has any feelings for Mel. I just offered to walk her to the car at Kimmy party because I'm a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? And she's the mother of my kids. I have to be sure that she's safe. Lies. Because when she said, no, leave me be, you kept messing with her. Male don't need your protection, but you like bothering her. Okay? But he like, I don't have no feelings for her no more. We had something deep and we had kids. Martel can't even talk to Sheree and not seem like he has feelings for Mel, even in the talk with her. Okay? And when she brought up how Tiffany also asked about, him introducing Mel to Sheree, he's like, me and her don't even talk. So why would I introduce you to her? Me and Mel don't talk. And say, he was upset mainly. They both like those were inappropriate questions or whatever. And when she brought up how she asked me, like, if I put the cooch down so good to make you stop cheating. What? Who says that? Okay. He said, Tiffany should watch her mouth. She should keep her mouth closed because she don't know what I got going on. Like, you should not be sharing things with somebody I'm trying to court. Why bring up my cheating like you didn't cheat before? Is you currently cheating on? I said, look, they're all suggesting that there is some kind of cheatation going on with her and Lewis. I feel like, was Tiffany wrong for how hard she went in her interrogation of Sheree? Yes. However, it's stuff that people wanted to know, truthfully, honestly, truly. Look, I don't know anything about scratches on anybody, so I'm not going to comment on, suggest, or imply that someone who has scratches is from any kind of altercation. I'm not getting sued for nobody, okay? So we're not gonna do that here. We're not gonna do that here. At all. I don't see nothing, and I'm not trying to imply it. So I see a comment asking about some scratches on Martel. No. We're not doing that. Okay, we don't know. Anyway, Sheree contract with Martel probably lasts throughout the season. On this and a housewife, they will probably break up their contract after both shows end. I don't see Martel and Sheree lasting. I don't. I do see them, trying to make it work for the cameras. I do see them trying to make us think that they are together, but I don't believe it at all. The scenes from next week that we're going to see where he checks Tiffany is crazy to me because, like Lewis said, you have an issue with my wife and you go to my wife and not me. That's on some bullshit. But I feel like Martel loves coming for women because it's easy for him. You it's gonna be a doozy next week. It's gonna be a doozy. Okay. But no one believes they're a couple. No one. Tiffany was out of pocket, but also right on point with her bullshit with Sheree. And y'all know in about 15 minutes, I'm gonna be live for a watch along of Coleslaw's live from last night, and also Carson, who replied back in on live too. Because it's a lot to do. It's a lot to do. Yes, I am from Detroit. I think someone said I'm from Detroit. Welcome to 313. We are here. Here are we. They stopped following people on social media. I guess that's the thing. I don't know if it's because they feel like people don't believe them anymore, so it isn't the point. Because have we seen them together since either show has started filming? No. Not at all. Okay. But I'm gonna end it here, y'all. I will see y'all in about 15 minutes round here to have this watch along of these two people and have a conversation, jokes, and all of that. Okay. It's them responding to the plot allegedly per Carson that Martel and Coleslaw tried to have on mail. Okay. But we'll have a conversation there, and that will be everything Martel, Coleslaw, and also Carson. Also me a little bit too. So I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all have already subscribed to my channel. Like the video, comment in the comment section. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. I will see y'all shortly. Okay. Bye.